What up, brothers? We are back at it again. Uh, हम लोग केस सॉल्व कर रहे थे एंड वी गॉट द रीजेंट लीड ये था कि मैरी पर्नल जो एक जिम क्लीनर है, शी वॉज इन रिलेशनशिप विद जॉर्डन जो विक्टिम है, जो इधर हैंग हुआ था. तो बाकी सब बकचोदी पिछले वाले एपिसोड में आप लोग ने देखा रहेगा कि क्या क्या चल रहा था भाई. रूफटॉप कॉफ़ी एंड ऑल. उसका मदर्स रिंग, सोनिया डन का मदर्स रिंग इसके पास रहता है, तो वो भी वापस इसने दे दिया. फिर हमें पता चल गया कि कौन था. तो ये लोग दोनों मैरिड, लाइक इलेजिटिमेटली मैरी कर लिए एक दूसरे को. तो लास्ट टाइम कोई लीड नहीं था, मैं छोड़ दिया और फिर मैं आज के वीडियो के लिए रिकॉर्ड करने ही चालू किया. तभी मुझे पता चला कि एक चीज़ हम लोग अननोटिस जाने दे रहे थे, वो था ये पूरा ये घूम लिया, बट ये देखा नहीं अपन ने. तो लेट्स गिव इट अ ट्राई. आई थिंक इट शुड वर्क क्योंकि अभी अपने पास इनफ लीड है. शायद स्मरनॉफ कुछ तो कुछ कर सकता है.
Smirnoff. I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case.
या
Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
क्या है बे? लेट्स गो.
Life is off and off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music.
ओ हो.
There are ways to string them together to create harmony,
यही स्मरनॉफ आ गया अपने साथ.
ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
वो सैम्स डाइनर पे ही बैठे है. अच्छा, उसका शिफ्ट खत्म हो गया बराबर.
You look tired, John.
I was born tired.
I was born tired. I'm used to it.
You're not the only one. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I'm always right.
I'm always all right.
Yep,
Always
that's the
all
problem
right.
with us men.
Okay.
The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
फाइल रख के जा रहा है. यस, जल्दी जल्दी. ऑटोप्सी रिपोर्ट मिल गया मेरे को. मेडिकल टीम B3. ओके. दिस इज जोसेफ रिचर्ड डन. ओके. चेक्स मैरिटल स्टेटस विडोवर. ओके. लिंक्स डार्क ब्राउन स्पीसीज. ओके. लिंक्स 47. ठीक है जल्दी. एक्सटर्नल फाइंडिंग्स. violent asphyxia caused on the rope around the neck, presented 4 ring shaped marks around the entire circumference caused set by the rope. Okay. Collar and slightly scraped knuckles on the subject's right hand, probably caused recent trauma. अच्छा, फाइट लिया है इसने किसी से तो.
Interesting.
Internal findings sufficiently conclusive. Okay. वो स्मज क्यों किया 19? अक्टूबर 1950 कुछ तो है.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is,
Oh.
John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I am a vigilante, but I give you my
Sure,
word.
You can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Sure. You can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
मेरे को जहाँ तक मालूम है 4 रिंग के मतलब चेस्ट वो चेस्ट एक्सपेंडर है. ये तो चेस्ट एक्सपेंडर किधर है? वो और एक कुछ है मुझे. अभी क्या है? देयर इज समथिंग फिशी अबाउट डन सुसाइड. ओके. और चेस्ट एक्सपेंडर ये बहुत पहले से ही है भाई. ये और डन हैड ओके ओके. नहीं 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 ये है शायद. व्हेन डन डाइड हिज नकल्स वर स्वॉलन. ये भी नहीं जा रहा है. डिस्कार्ड 1 मिनट. ये भी नहीं जाएगा. ये भाई मैं जिम जाना है क्या? एक बार देख लेता हूँ वापस. ओ ये क्या मैच हो गया? मैं किधर जा रहा हूँ? मेरे को भी नहीं मालूम. Dunn wasn't tall enough to hang himself from that noose.
I'm much taller than Dunn. And I can barely reach the noose.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
Okay. नया डिडक्शन कुछ आया एक्स्ट्रा. Yes, I think I might be right. Yeah.
Bobby, yeah. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Yes, chest expander of Bobby L. Okay. आगे और एक नया डिडक्शन ये. ये भी रह सकता है. Dunn wanted to call off the fight. That's why he was strangled. Yes.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
प्रोबेबिलिटी दे सकता है. वो येल का फुटप्रिंट्स है.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
It's too early to say. बोल नहीं
I
सकते क्या.
couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him. In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed.
रुकेगा भाई.
Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
बहुत बड़ा टाइम वेस्ट हुई है भाई. फालतू ओवर एक्टिंग. टाइम देगा. डिटेक्टिव वर्क.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
कोई तो आया.
John Blacksad?
ये
I think I owe you an apology.
कौन है ये? ओली अर्ली.
Do I know you? I don't seem to remember your face.
Well, maybe you remember my boys. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal.
आ गया
Bobby
साला.
Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
जाना तो पड़ेगा.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Oh, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me...
मजा के देगा ये लोग को साला.
I
चलिए,
always
चलिए.
play it nice and safe.
ओ. Nice shoes. Your own accord. Okay, चल. देखते हैं ना. मे बी उसके पास एक लोकेशन रहेगा तो बॉबी एल का. I needed to think with my detective eyes and detective mind.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people.
साले क्रिमिनल है उसका नाम. डील चल.
All right, then. Let's work together.
I thought you'd be hard to convince, that you'd appeal to the moral high ground or something. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
मैं कुछ बोल नहीं
I
सकता.
can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, At least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
I'm
I'm not either.
Ha! Well then, you see, we're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional.
ज़्यादा political जा रहा है
My
भाई
point
ये.
now?
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience.
Oh,
So,
oh.
as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
Nice.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore.
You?
I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Yeah. Buffalo.
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. As I said before, I like to help people so I can count on their gratitude. That applies to fellow partners like police or, in this case, a detective. I won't deny this business has its fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties, but I'd rather leave that to my enemies. And you are not my enemy. And, it looks like we're here.
एकदम सिनेमैटिक लेके जा रहा है भाई.
Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side.
वापस
Go ahead,
इधर.
search the place. I'll wait down here.
अच्छा.
You can honor our arrangement and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
मेरे को कुछ ऐसा लग रहा है भाई. क्या बोलो? वापस येल के अपार्टमेंट पे. अभी उसको पता चला मैं कौन हूँ. आई एम द रियल बॉस.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Doesn't seem like the best food for a boxer. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Oh. Bobby seems like a nice kid, but barely no. Mary went to Luna Park with Yale. Oh. Music मस्त है भाई.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Who were? मतलब सब मैरी भी. ये क्या चल रहा है भाई? क्राइम पेट्रोल.
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
वो मैरी स्कार्फ ये नाइस.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
रुक जा. मेन चीज है बेडरूम में एक्स्ट्रा क्लूज मिलेगा.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes?
Someone took the clothes.
Unless someone emptied it recently.
I think वो लोग दोनों साथ में थे. Yes. ये उसके डैड बराबर.
One of three. Do you know any of his relatives?
Is his father Avenarius?
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago? Nice chain.
Avenarius, the legend. ये लैम्प. Michelle Puccini, the Cilician
You
Capo.
like your mob stories, don't you,
Oh
Bobby?
ho. Scarface जैसा.
Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Oh. बेडरूम में इतना ही था. मैं कुछ ओवरलुक कर रहा हूँ शायद. ये इधर बाथरूम में कुछ रहना ही चाहिए.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
नहीं कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पर. ओके मुझे ये मिला. वो स्कार्फ मिला और फोटो मिला. इधर क्या था? ला फॉन्टेन. डे.
17th century French fables. Mare must be one boring old lady.
कुछ रह सकता है भाई बाजू में. पता नहीं. ओके दैट्स इट. डिडक्शन टाइम. मैरी एज अ कोल्ड किधर है? यस देयर इज अ स्कार्फ एट टीएल्स प्लेस. बस.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
यस और जब मैं येल के बारे में पूछने लगा तो बोल दी सीधा आई हैव अ कोल्ड. अच्छे से याद है मुझे. मेरे को मालूम ही था और एक डिडक्शन आएगा. ये उसको मदद भी कर सकती है ना बचाने के लिए. मेरे को नहीं समझ. मेरे को बाहर निकल के उसको कुछ बताने लगता है. लीव. मैं एक काम करता हूँ. एक बार जाके देखता हूँ. क्या रह सकता है फिर, मेरे को नहीं लग रहा है। मेरे को एक काम करना, पहले बाहर जाना है फिर देखना है।
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's.
Yeah, this is the idea, brother. Nice
But
idea.
before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.
Yes, अभी पता चलेगा ना भाई।
I've never trusted angels.
Surprise!
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
What a surprise! मैं कुछ और बोलने वाला था, उसने ही बोल दिया।
When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the
How
door?
did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing.
मेरे को इस पे doubt आ गया अभी भाई।
Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. Do you realize you might be protecting a murderer?
What? I'm not protecting anybody.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight.
एक बार पूछ के लेता।
I know you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise?
Yes!
I found a picture at Yale's apartment.
Yes!
It's you and him on a roller coaster.
Care to explain, Miss Pernell?
Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
Yeah.
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
अच्छा
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
segregated restrooms.
Segregated restrooms. With far worse stalls for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That crap.
That crap.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
You are not the only one. Chal.
I'm black too. And I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
Blacksad है मैं.
What's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story.
You should have said something.
You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
अभी क्या बोलूं मैं? Are you
Are
sure?
you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. Well, I told her about you and Joe Dunn. I had no choice.
And what did she say?
I don't think she took it too well. But she might come to understand it.
Maybe. But I'm not so sure you'll be able to keep my other secret safe.
Your secret is safe with me.
I'd like to believe you.
चल what? अभी मेरे को लग रहा है इसने घर पे हाइड किया है. Okay. I need to find something that is an interesting evidence जिस पे मैं बोलता हूँ ना. Years. एक मिनट. क्या ये? ये वेस्ट था.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven, so I can't identify any other fragrances.
Come on, hearing. लेफ्ट साइड में फुटप्रिंट सुनाई दे रहा है क्या मेरे को?
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
कुछ तो बचा है. कुछ तो एक मेजर क्लू बचा है शायद. मेरे को भी नहीं मालूम क्या है.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
अभी कुछ बचा नहीं लगता है.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
इधर बंद है.
I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world.
छुपा रही है कुछ तो.
Let me go get a knife from the kitchen.
ना 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 कुछ तो बकचोदी होने वाला है भाई.
And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ, coffee?
Orange juice.
OJ is fine, thanks. She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
फोटोशॉप था भाई, तेरे को नहीं समझेगा. ठीक है, क्या यही ताड़ते बैठेगा अभी? बाहर आ गया मैं. बैकस्टैप करने वाली है.
Sorry, I was going to help you with that.
क्या हो गया? खाते ही ब्लैकआउट हो गया. उसने खाने में कुछ तो मिला है पक्का. मिला है पक्का है रे भाई तू. सब खा लिया. इसके लिए रखा ही नहीं बोलता है.
I couldn't help but notice a queen-size bed in the room.
You what?
Sorry. I had to make sure Bobby Yale wasn't hiding in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Joey bought this place. It was going to be our home after the wedding. I left my apartment and moved in so I could save some money.
If he had left his own apartment and moved in, you could have saved twice the money.
I'm no hooker, Mr. Blacksad.
Oh, bye.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
इस बार कुछ तो गलत है.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog.
Yeah, boy.
Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
यस क्या
playing around and
ओपी
tell
ट्रिक
me.
था भाई
Where
क्या
is he?
मजा आ गया
You
मेरे
can
को
search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
नहीं मेरे को पक्का मालूम है
Look, if he's making you do this, just tell me. I'll protect you.
Bobby would never do that.
If he's not here right now, he must have left shortly before I got here. Where did he go?
Shortly before you got here? I wish.
यही जगह बार बार दिखा रहा है भाई
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
फिर he is not the one in this mattress
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
come on
Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
क्या ओजी था भाई ये
You don't have to do this, Mary.
I mean it.
बॉबी ये लूट के मारने वाला है
Bobby!
चले बॉक्सर दबा रहा हूँ मैं सब ये उठा के मारिए हाँ गलत बटन दबा दिया मैंने छे ओ हो
Think about Mary, Bobby.
Don't even mention her name.
क्या मार रहा है ये मेरे को
Bobby!
क्या हुआ
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget.
हार्ट बीट कैसा है हाँ मेरे पास एबिलिटी है ना
1. Stay calm. 2. 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi.
Bobby! Oh, Bobby! Thank you, Bobby.
साले
Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect,
नाइस
and I had saved a life.
आयरनी ऑफ द डे ड्रग्स टॉयलेटरीज ओ ये ट्रांजिशन मस्त था भाई पुराने जमाने का एम्बुलेंस भी बहुत
And
ओपी है
yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong.
यस
Terribly wrong.
ऑयल स्पिल था क्या वो गाड़ी पे नहीं, मेरे को लगा भाई एम्बुलेंस सेटअप वो लिए ने किया करके.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun.
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang.
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty.
ज़्यादा ही कुछ बोलता है ना, सो गया मैं.
I hate detectives.
हॉस्पिटल का एम्बियंस ऐसे ही रहता है भाई कि नींद आ जाता है. बस रे, उड़ जा.
You're dead meat, cat.
हे,
That you, Smirnov?
ओ एक आग मेरा सूझ गया भाई.
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. I can watch Yale on my own.
No doubt. I just saw exactly how vigilant you always are. As for what happened yesterday, you promised me you wouldn't intervene.
I saved someone's life.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done.
लाइटर ढूंढ रहा है. ओह, नया लाइटर खरीद के देने वाला है क्या ये?
When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
Can't say he didn't kill Dunn. अभी तक मैं कंक्लूजन पहुंच ही नहीं सकता. The one thing that I learned from Sherlock Holmes' Crimes and Punishment:
Out of sheer
never
curiosity.
conclude.
I'm a cop after all.
As soon as I realized that the murder weapon belonged to him,
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I know Dunn wanted to call the fight off after something Yale did, but I still don't know what.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
ये ली किल किया क्या वो भी नहीं बोल सकता है.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
Yes.
I know you will, with or without my permission. So, I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
Be nice to her. She's been through a lot.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
We'll see.
I can't promise anything.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll
Hey,
send you a
ये
leak for
कुत्ते
6
लोग
hours.
बाप है.
Understood?
Doctor,
डॉक्टर ओपी है भाई.
Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
do I look like I fared well to you?
कुछ तो गलत लग रहा है. इसका एक नॉस्ट्रिल से बदबू आ रहा है.
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
हाँ, ये लोग ऑफेंसिव दिख रहा है इसके लिए क्या? रेप्टाइल लोग सीधा आके काट देते हैं भाई. टेटस्कोप नाम है इधर. और पाल्मर. ओके.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Confirmed heart attack. Okay. Nice.
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
अरे बचाया मैंने तेरे को
I
समझ रहा
rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this.
So tell
Getting
me.
the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage.
Hmm.
He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying, but that's not the case.
So he's not lying. Okay. Right hand.
He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me.
Okay.
I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase.
Who killed him?
Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
I know the murder weapon was yours.
What? The rope? I don't get it. What weapon do you mean?
Don't play with me, boy. The chest expander.
An expander? I've never had one of those.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you.
मेरे को और क्वेश्चंस पूछना है.
The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
कौन रह सकता है? Desmond O'Leary.
Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jagos Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that.
Whoa.
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager.
Okay.
Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an,
बोल बोल
You know,
शर्मा मत.
my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life? Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer.
Yes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
अबे मैंने इसके बारे में पूछा ही नहीं, जेक के बारे में. मेरे को वो सील लग रहा है. ये क्या देखो, इसको देख के फायदा नहीं है.
The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep.
Oh.
Ah, damn.
इसका बूट साइज बराबर.
Ugh.
Okay. अब मेरे पास इतना कुछ है.
No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
Okay. मतलब नहीं 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 नहीं. डॉक्टर पाल्मर ने किया है क्या? इनफ एविडेंस नहीं है लग रहा है मेरे को. अब इसको उठाओ. बेटा ऐसे भी क्या करे, सो गया है. फेक रहेगा, इसमें भरोसा नहीं कर सकता किसका भी. फोन बज रहा है, इधर का है फोन बज रहा है क्या? वीकली को कॉल करके देखता हूँ मैं. ले कॉल नहीं लग रहा है.
Dunn's Gym. Jake Ostiambe speaking.
Jake, it's Blacksad. I just wanted to...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
मेरे को फेक लग रहा है भाई. कुछ तो हो गया, कुछ तो हो गया. ओके, तो मतलब क्या है? रॉबर्ट येल. ओके, बॉबी एल तो नाम बॉबी एल है ना?
Hi.
You're awake, handsome?
यस हैंडसम.
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
ए प्लीज.
No, I don't think so, handsome.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
Sheh. Nina. Come on, it's time to wake up our flirting skills. ये कौन है? ए ठीक है, और कुछ बचा है क्या? ये आंटी के पास भी कुछ तो है. ओ टाइपराइटर. ओ ओके ओके. कुछ तो सर्जरी है.
I'll take a pack of Morley's, please.
ये उठेगी तभी मेरे को जाके वो फाइल निकालना है.
Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome.
कम ऑन, शी इज बिजी. निकाल फाइल निकाल.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
मेरे पास एक आइडिया है. फोन करके उधर का फोन को बोलना है, वही ना? आई नो फॉर श्योर वही करना है. एक बार फोन करता हूँ. नहीं नहीं है. कम ऑन, कुछ तो डिस्ट्रैक्शन ही करना है मेरे को. नाइस, यही देखना बच गया था. मेरे को मेडिकल रिपोर्ट चाहिए. ठीक है.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
क्या कर सकता मैं? वो अटेंडिंग वाला जो बेल है वो भी नहीं है इधर. एक काम करता हूँ, अभी कॉल करके देखता हूँ. वही कर सकता हूँ.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
क्या करूँ क्या मैं? मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है भाई. बाहर ही जाने का ऑप्शन है मेरे पास. तो कार्ड एक. ये ऐसे क्यों देख रहा है भाई?
Jerry Highfill. Long time no see.
Blacksad, I didn't want to wake you. How's the boy?
Asleep.
I hope he recovers in time for the fight. I got tickets. Although between you and me, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a fun bout, nonetheless. Not like this. God, this is boring.
You want to smoke?
Don't smoke or drink. No vice for me. Smoking's dirty. Alcohol goes straight to your head. And women, they're all just mean. Well, everyone except mine.
Oh.
Are the odds against Yale that bad?
The boy's talented, don't get me wrong. But stone is stone, you know? I bet half my pay, but you know, no vice for me.
No vice for you, bus.
You say you've got a good job, and yet you're bored.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, really. I like my job. Is it boring? Yes, but I can entertain myself with a good fight or a football game. Well, watching them, that is.
Are you sure about that? Not even one little vice?
Nope. Between you and me, when someone gives in to vice, it's because something's missing. Something in their life just isn't right.
सीखो भाई लोग.
I've got a
इससे
good
सीखो
wife,
कुछ.
a good job, a good house, a good TV, and a good hobby. Sports. Well, watching them, that is. What else do I need, eh? Blacksad, vice is for losers.
साले मेरे को loser बोल रहा है.
Man, I'm bored.
Well, I'm going back in. I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
That's it guys. मैं भी पक गया हूँ. मैं मिलता हूँ आपको next video पे. Until then, stay tuned. Shoot a like for me. That's it. Stay tuned.